first of all, I'm not from an agricultural background. My parents were not farmers, so my interest didn't really come from a family background. It wasn't like my dad farmed and then I was going to take over. It was really my own. I mean, it was like the new generation going back to farming.
Oh, I like to do it. I mean, if I didn't like it, I'd have a job in town, and I have options. But I'm a little farm girl. I'll be a farm girl for life.
And I think that's really significant right now when we've lost so many family farms and continue to lose family farms. Sustainable agriculture and the organic industry is a way that people can stay on the farms too.
I think a sustainable agriculture should be designed that can provide food security. Food security has to mean an adequate supply of food for everybody at a reasonable price and of good quality.
When we were first married, we were very kind of did what everybody else did, and we didn't think much of it. And then Elizabeth became diabetic. We started doing, reading about diabetes and reading about the correlation between good food and good diet and illnesses. And then we realized that we need to do more than just what we're doing. And then so we started to change our attitude, our value system.
We have a very big proportion of the total payments going to a handful of farms. Ag policy on the government level, changing that would be the one single thing that we could do to encourage small, diverse farms.
I think public policy is where many things have to start, because policy and regulations and federal incentives or EU incentives in the European community strongly drive people's decisions. So until you can reach a chord at the political level and have enough people invested in some new approach, it's very difficult to change.
Agriculture has to be self-renewing and to a large extent self-regulating. So these require some changes in the way we think about agriculture and food production.
We don't seem to think about problems in the current system until we have a real crisis or a real problem. So I'm not very optimistic that we can really visualize the big picture and anticipate these problems and really do something effective about them. I think it takes a major problem, a major breakdown before people are forced to think about change. I think we can put off the moment by finding additional sources of fossil fuels, for example, by going to the Arctic Reserve, which has very little fuel, really, by maintaining supply lines through military force. We can do certain things. We can put band-aids on the problem for the short term, but these don't really solve things in the long term.
We have, at least in the Western world, we have sort of bought into the notion that the market is God, and so all you need to do is let the market be free and it will take care of everything. Well,
it's very difficult to prescribe alternatives when there are so many vested interests that are extremely invested in the current system. Most of the publicity, most of the advertising is around current production practices, the latest new chemical, a new fertilizer formulation, the largest new tractor, all in the name of efficiency.
We have to ask ourselves, what do we want in our communities? We have to create some context, some framework in which, and that has to be done through social activity and through political activity.
People who step back and really think about the system, and I think this is what we gain through education. People through education can learn to look at bigger issues and longer term issues rather than the immediate decisions, the immediate impacts of a decision. And that's the only chance we have of really making major change. Okay, I'm Chuck Francis. I've been living in Nebraska since 1977.
place tonight. But then again, I thought you might. Now I don't know what to do. Does it show when my poor heart skips a beat each and every time with me? 'Cause I'm still in love with you.
There you are, right across the room from me, just the way I knew you'd be.
My name is Fred Kirshenman. I'm the director of the Leopold Center for Sustainable Agriculture at Iowa State University.
I'm all